Sometimes a single newspaper headline can change your fate.
One morning, John sat quietly in his room, sipping tea and reading the daily paper. Suddenly, a headline caught his eye. Police force recruitment opens nationwide. His heart skipped. Without hesitation, he rushed to the police station to find Inspector Larry. John walked in with determination and explained his desire to join the police force. Inspector Larry laughed lightly and smiled at the young man. But when he saw the seriousness in John's eyes, he paused. "John, please remind me again of your age." John smiled confidently. "I just turned 18, and I believe they will accept me." Larry leaned back and studied him closely. "Are you sure you can do this?" John nodded, unwavering. Larry tapped him gently on the shoulder. "Young man, I know why you want to join the force, but remember, we're still on your father's case." "I promised we'd find the killer." John nodded in agreement. "Yes, sir, but I also want to serve and protect, and I want you to mentor me." Inspector Larry smiled again. "All right, I'm here for you. When do you plan to pick the form?" "Tomorrow morning," John replied. "Just bring it. I'll sign it for you." At that moment, John felt a rare spark of joy and hope. Very early the next morning, John was already at the police station, holding his form. As he waited, a police officer passed by and gave him a harsh, almost threatening look. John felt a chill run through him. But he took a deep breath and stayed calm. Soon, Inspector Larry arrived. John approached and handed him the form. Larry said he would help John submit it and asked him to leave it in his office. But John refused. He respectfully insisted that he wanted to submit it himself to the police headquarters the next morning. At this point, John trusted no one, not even Larry. A cry for help. That afternoon, John received a call. A girl's voice, scared and desperate.
Hello, this is Marion. Please, I need the help of the police. Someone wearing a mask is walking around my compound, trying to break in. I'm all alone. Please.
Without hesitation, John sprang into action. He arrived quickly and saw a masked figure sneaking out of the compound. John discreetly mounted a small camera near the door and began trailing the man from a distance. The masked man entered a nearby hotel and moved into one of the rooms. John approached the receptionist and asked for the man's identity. He wrote down the name and rushed back to Marion's house. To his surprise, another masked man was sitting quietly in the garden. John froze. Then, slowly, he drew his gun. "Ha, young man! I am Detective John. Don't move, or I'll shoot. Raise your hands now." The man raised his hands. John stepped closer, unmasked him, and was stunned when the man looked him in the eyes and said, "Young man, what are you doing in my house?" John stared, speechless. "Your house?" He pulled out his handcuffs and locked the man's wrists. "If this is your house, open the door." The man calmly handed over the keys. John unlocked the door, and Marion ran out, embracing the man. Daddy John blinked in shock, confused, silent. But then something caught his attention. The door. It was bulletproof. Too much security. And why wear a mask in your own compound? Something didn't feel right. The next day, John returned to the same hotel, but this time he disguised himself with a hyper-realistic mask. He spent most of the day seated in the reception area, watching. One hot afternoon, John rode a bicycle to Marion's house. No car, no announcement. As he approached the compound, he saw it again, a masked figure patrolling. Just then, his phone rang. It was Marion.
"Please come to my rescue. That ghost is here again."
John answered calmly. "Don't worry, I'm coming." He crept closer to the man, but as soon as the masked figure saw him, he quickly escaped through the back gate. John gave chase, but lost him. He rushed back to the hotel, and there, standing near the reception, was the same cold-faced police officer who had stared him down at the station. John clenched his fists. Something wasn't right. He returned to the police station and found Inspector Larry. He told him everything, the masked man, the hotel, the strange officer. Larry leaned in and whispered with caution, "Be careful with that officer, John. Many fear him. He has a strange history, but John was no longer listening to warnings. His heart was fixed on one thing: the truth. The 27th, 1985. John set up cameras around Marion's house. Then he hid inside a small storage room. It was silent, still. Then came a knock. A man in a mask. As Marion opened the door, the masked man lunged at her. John prepared to jump out, but a loud gunshot rang out first. The attacker dropped to the ground. Inspector Larry had arrived just in time. He rushed forward and removed the mask. Everyone froze. It was him, the same officer who stared at John in the station, the one who appeared near Marion's house, the one who kept showing up. John stood still. Could this be the man who killed his father? Could the enemy have been within the entire time? The news spread like wildfire. But the deepest question remained unanswered. Who killed John's father, and why? Sometimes the enemy is not the stranger in the dark, but the one who wears your colours, speaks your language, and smiles in your face. Justice is never easy, but John's battle has just begun.